All right, what's up, you bold beauty boss? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? It's August tomorrow, August 1. It's like the year's just woo, hey, woo. So here's the deal. One thing that I'm a huge fan of are goals. And the reason why is how can you hit your goal? How? How? If you don't know your goal, that's kind of like running a marathon and you're just running and you don't know where the finish line is. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a direction. They're just like, all right, it's a marathon. And you're like, oh, how long is it? I don't know, but just keep running. It's like, yeah, what am I gonna do? So one thing that I want to do because again, just kind of looking at what people are doing within the group, looking at what all you amazing bold beauty bosses got going on in terms of the group itself, saying, okay, I see what you're doing. I don't hear enough about goals. Did you hit your goal? And I don't think a lot of people even have their goal. And that's where we need to start. And there's an old saying, I think there's a story out there that people that have their goal, and it's not just having the goal, that you have a goal and then you don't ever look at it again. You have to look at this goal daily. Like you have to have it in front of your face. uh there's and I don't know how half these things go. They're all just ramble in my mind, but it's one of those things that when you pay attention to something, when something is in front of you consistently, you have a much higher chance of achieving it because it's right there in front of your face. They have that old saying, well, out of sight, out of what? What is okay? I can't hear. I can hear through this. Tell me. Out of sight, out of sight, out of mind. Yep. Thank you for playing along. And your prize, because you played along, is this video tutorial on setting goals. So how can you hit your goals if you don't even know what your goal is, right? So what I basically done is I created an easy goal tracker for you. And everything that I do is simple, it's easy. I want to keep it super simple. Keep it simple so you can pop that pimple. Super simple. So you can work with your clients more, help, give them facials, waxings, whatever, exfoliate. And if you are doing extractions, keep it simple so you can pop that pimple. Cool beans. All right. And this sheet is, again, it's not technology. I know a lot of people, and I'm just the biggest idiot in the freaking world because I've purchased everything out there. I've spent stupid money, stupid time trying to get all fancy. It's like, well, okay, okay. I don't have the sheet on my phone. Okay, okay, wait. I don't have it on my computer. Okay, wait a minute. I don't. There's always an excuse with me. And when I got out of the excuses and I did the simplicity is where it's at. So I'm going to show you how I do this on Excel, but I, I'm just showing it to you on Excel because I don't. It's hard for me to do a video with pen and paper. But what I would do is I would print out this sheet and have it on the back of a clipboard, have it on your wall, have it somewhere where you are looking at it every single day before you start your business, during your business, when you end your business, because again, it's that's when I think if you're always looking at it and you have a much higher chance and probability of hitting your goal. And that's what I want. That's what I want from you. I want to be able to be one of the guys that's just constantly pushing you, nagging you in doing and becoming your best so you can do really, really well. So here it is. And again, this is on Excel. How do I make this thing smaller? Yeah, okay, cool. Good. There it is. Sweet. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of it right here on the bottom. Let me make this smaller. Sorry if you got to squint to see it, but what you want me to do, yo? What you want me to do, yo? Look at this on the computer. Your eyes will thank you. Okay, so first of all, this is the sheet I created for August. Down here, there's a couple of tabs. So this is the first one I'm going to go over with you. Then I'll go over the rest. So this is for the month of August, and one of these tabs right here, like for example, this one's a blank, so you can use this for any month because I just took out the month stuff. All right, and I'll go over the rest. So for August, we have 31 days. And the first place we start right here on the top left is going to be the month. Then right here is going to be what's your monthly goal. One thing I recommend is let's just say last month you did $1,000, and if you okay, Wick, my goal is $10,000, right? I'm not saying you can't do 10,000. And in fact, in my mind, in what I believe, I know, it's not even a belief. I know for a fact that if you are a full-time esthetician with your own business, you should be doing about 10 grand a month. If you're not doing 10 grand a month, you're not doing something right, and that's a whole nother story. But on the minimum, that's the minimum. I'm saying you should be doing about 10 grand a month. And again, give me time. I'm getting there. I just got so much to do. Anyways, so let's just say last month you did 1,000, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do, 10,000. I was like, well, yeah, unless you're changing your work, unless you're changing a lot of things, that might not happen. So, be consistent in terms of stretching your goal for right now until you are changing the activity behind that. Meaning, if you go, hey, I'm gonna go from 1,000 to 10,000, I'm like, cool, you can do it. I know you can do it. What's your plan? And you're like, well, I don't got a plan. I'm just gonna keep doing what I did last month. Well, what'd you do last month? I did this, this, this. Okay, cool. What'd that get you? 1,000 a month. Okay, so if you do that again, chances are it's gonna get you 1,000 a month, right? So you got to make sure your work reflects what you want to achieve. So if you did, like, let's just say 2,500, 3,000 last month, and you go, okay, Wick, I can stretch, I can do 5,000 because I wasn't paying attention, I didn't have a goal, and I feel if I just stay more focused, I can do that. And I'll be like, I agree. Cool. So first of all, what's your goal for the month? So for this example, I'm just going to use 5,000. You can put any number you want in here, and then go, okay, cool. How many days are you going to work in the month? Right? This is some vital information to start planning your month. One thing I tell estheticians is, like, let's just say you're planning on working August 3rd. Let's just say, use that as an example, and you don't have any clients booked. Okay, you should still consider yourself booked for that day and work on your social media, work on doing videos, work on networking. So those 8-10 hours you were going to spend on clients, since you don't have those clients, spend on your marketing. You need to spend that time on your marketing. So always consider yourself 100% booked, because you are booked. Either you're spending time on clients or you're spending time on getting clients. Yes, it's either you're with clients or doing something that's going to get those clients. That's what a lot of that time and energy needs to be spent on. Cool. So let's just say you're going to do this and you're going to work 20 days. Cool. And well, if you're a beginner, let's just say I want you to work 25 days because I want you to work more to get more. So cool. So one thing that you realize, so if you say this right here, the daily goal, I went from 20, and it says, okay, if you work 20 days, you need to make $250 a day to hit that goal. If I'm working more days, it's going to be less. Okay, cool. You're going to work 25 days. You need a daily goal of 200. Awesome blossom. And so now you have a target. Like 5,000 might seem a lot to some of y'all, and over time you'll notice how little it really is. Uh, but what this process does is it bites it down to, okay, I just need to do $200 a day, and I need to stay focused on $200 a day and I got to do that for 25 days to get that 5,000. Cool. So this ends up being a Sunday, right? So what from this thing, this is just gonna stack your daily goals. So let's just say you're not working Sunday. So this is like, you're doing $200 a day. And again, I'm doing this on Excel. You can just do it with pen and paper, blah, 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 just to make it faster. I'm just gonna do it my way. Boom, boom, boom. So that's what, 5, 10, 15, 20. 21, 22. I'm going to fill in some more days here. 23, 24. Let's just say 25. Cool. So these are the days I'm working, 25 days. And my goal, this is again the daily goal, is right there. Cool. Okay. So right here, and this is what I want you to do ahead of time. So follow this system. First, just write all these numbers down. Again, you can do it on Excel, you can do it on pen and paper, da 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 da. Awesome. So here is going to be your monthly goal. So what your monthly goal, so this is your daily, this is going to be your monthly. And what the monthly is, this is a running tally. So for example, here you're going to make 200. The next day it's going to be 400, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,200. Whoop, right? So this is again your monthly goal every day. This is where you should be for by August 7th, you should be at 1,200 bucks in terms of your sales, right? And 14, 16, should have had this done already. Apologies, por favor. 24, 2,600, 2,800. Do 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 do. 36, 3,800, 4,000. Ah, no, I didn't do that. Missed a zero. You miss a lot, yo. Can't be missing them zeros. Ah, 46, 4,800, 5,000. Cool. You see that? So this is basically your running tally. And what this is, and I'm going to go over the rest of it right here. So in the beginning, you want to fill out these two roles because you haven't begun yet. So you can't get your sales yet. You don't got numbers to work with. And this is where you are right now. You go, okay, this is my daily goal. And if I add my daily goals, this is my running monthly goal. So you should be able to look any single day, go, okay, on August 14th, I need to be at 2,400, right? That's where you need to be. And of course, when you're doing these numbers, some days you're going to be more, some days you're going to be less. No problems. So, and again, I'm just doing this on Excel. I would prefer to do this on pen and paper, makes it easier for me. So let's just say you got August 2nd, and by the end of the day, you go, cool, you did 248 bucks. Sweet. So what here is, you're going to do the difference. So, okay, you're going to get this number and subtract it by this number, right? And so, if you just do that, you go, okay, cool, you're at 48 bucks. So basically, you're at $48 ahead of your goal. Does that make sense? So this is your daily goal. This is what you hit. Sweet. So you're ahead of your goal. Awesome. So this is your monthly. Where are you for the month? You are at $248. Awesome. And so what is your monthly difference? So you're 48 bucks ahead. Sweet. Cool. And so here, let's just say you had a good day. You're at 300. Awesome. So your goal was 200. You're at 300. Yes? Cool. So how much extra did you make in sales this day? You're 100 bucks ahead. Awesome. So now, your monthly goal is at 400 and you are actually at this number plus this number. So basically you're at both of these numbers, which just happens to be, what is it? 548. Right? Yes. Cool. And so now you are ahead. So this is your monthly where you are actually, this was your goal. So you're ahead of your goal by 148 bucks. Awesome. So let's just say you did this here too. So you're still 100, you made an extra 100 bucks that day. Cool. So you are 548 plus 3 is 848. So you are ahead 248 for the month. Are you with me? So I hope I'm keeping this simple. Again, this is just your daily. This isn't going to change. This is going to be what you actually did that day. This is going to be, okay, are you ahead of your daily goal or below? So far you've been ahead. This is just your monthly totals running. This is your monthly actual, which is going to be basically these things just added up. And this is like, okay, where are you for the, so let's just say here, you had 5 no-shows and, the day sucked. So you did 0. So now you're actually behind for the day $200, right? So your monthly didn't change because you didn't have anything here. So you're still at 848 for the month. And now you're only ahead $48 for the month, right? And let's just say Same thing here. You only had one person showed up and it was 50 bucks that you got. Okay. So now for the day, you're behind 150. For the month, you're at 898. And now you can subtract these two. You're behind now for the month by what? 202 bucks. Is that right? Yeah, let me just use the formula. I don't even know why. It's going to be basically this minus that. So now you're behind for the month at 100 for 102 bucks. You're like, oh crap. I gotta do something. I gotta make some sales. I gotta get on social media. I gotta do something because you don't want to be behind. These numbers will fluctuate up and down, but the month numbers, these running numbers, are what you want to really stick on hard. Just because you're ahead for the month, 240 bucks, don't relax. Do not relax. These days will come. Something goes on. You have an emergency. There's somewhere you have to go all of a sudden. There's a thousand things that go on. So just because you're ahead of the game does not mean you want to relax. So here, you put out a promotion like, crap. Wick says I gotta step on the gas. I'm falling behind for the month. Step on the gas and step on the gas. And then you listen to Wick, and you are a bold boss, and you went on social media, you did videos, and you posted some stuff about specials and how people need to maintain that beautification of their facialization of their you know emancipation of Mimi, which I think was a Mariah Carey record, whatever. All right. Anyway, so this day you had a good day. You did 600 bucks. You did 10 facials and whatever, right? Whatever. A bunch of things happened. Cool. So today was a killer day, killer from Manila. And now you're up 400 for the day. Awesome blossom. Your monthly goal where you should be now is 1200. And now here you are 898 plus what you did this day, your actual. So this is going to be what? I suck at math. It's going to be basically this number plus this number, your actuals. So cool. You're at 1498. And because of that, then it's going to be this. So this number minus this number. Awesome. So you close the week, you're almost 300 bucks ahead of your goal. Your goal is 1200, you're at 1498. Does that make sense? Right? Again, just simple mathematics of what your goal is, what you actually did, and the difference of the two. Are you ahead or behind of what you should be doing every single day? Because if you're not looking at it from this kind of an angle, if you're just looking at, because sometimes in business things get crazy and you'll be like, oh shoot, it's the end of the month. What did I do? And you're not, you're not micro analyzing it every single day because you need to be on top of these numbers. And then you got your running numbers, because if you're behind here and you don't do anything to change, you're going to fall behind again, fall behind again, fall behind again. And that makes a big difference, because if you're down to 102 and then you have a couple more of these 50 days, then you're down 202, then you're down 302, 402. By the end of the month, you're not going to be anywhere near this goal. Does that make sense? Are you with me? Right? Cool. So, you want to basically do that for the rest of the month and just go, okay, cool. So, you put that, just run that through. So just want to do that way, right? Sweet. And now, so at the end of the month, at the end of 31 days, you will know where you are because you are writing these numbers down every single day. Every day where you are. And sometimes what I do, because I'm really old school, I have, like my sticky notes on my desk right here. And this is what I'll do every single time I make a sale or I have a business. Let's just say my goal is 200 and somebody just came in and they got a threading done. Cool. You're like, okay, well, that's not much. Well, let's just say the threading is 20 bucks. So let's just say I'll write 200. You can't see that. Okay, there you go. Kind of, sort of, whatever. That's 200 is my goal. And then someone just got threading done. So I'm going to knock 20 off that 200. Now I'm at 180. I was like, okay, cool. Let me see. You see that? There you go. It might be backwards. I don't know how this shit works. So it might be like, okay, I got 180 left. 180. Somebody comes in for a facial, knock out another 100. Cool. So now I only have 80. Woo, 80 left for the day. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Somebody else comes in for a facial, knock out another extra 100. Boom, I hit my daily goal. Now I'm 20 bucks ahead, right? So I literally do it at that way where every single day I'm looking at my numbers. I'm looking at what did I do? How much retail did I sell? What did I do here? What did I do there? And I slowly start chopping it down like a tree. So this 200, whatever your goal is for your daily goal, you want to chop it down like a tree. Just be like whack. There's a facial whack. There's a Brazilian whack. There's a threading whack. There's an extension. So every single time you're doing that, and if you're not whacking that number, you're freaking on social media whacking that keyboard. You're whacking that your goal, or you're whacking your keyboard, or you're whacking the pavement by going out and networking and passing out business cards. You're whacking the moms groups on Facebook and trying to make connections, right? Here a whack, there a whack, everywhere a whack, whack. Wick says you gotta whack it. You gotta whack it to wick it. You gotta whack it to wick it. Come on, yo. Whack it. Whack it, whack it. Whack, whack, whack. Yeah, whatever. That's all I got. Anyways, so this is what you want to do and how you want to keep track of this every single day. And these are some other numbers. I just put these in here. You can change them. These are some numbers or ideas that I had of additional information to keep track of. For example, how many posts did you do that day? Let's just say you did 0 posts on Facebook, and you can split this up. You can do Facebook, you can do Insta, you can do TikTok, whatever your flavor is, right? And go, okay, how many posts did you do? And your activity is gonna be showing out in these numbers. It may not do it right then and there, but it's you're planting that seed for later harvesting the crops, right? Cool. How many reviews did you get that day? Remember, if this thing is in front of your face, like it should be, like I'm hoping you'll keep it there, because a lot of y'all don't got enough reviews, right? A lot of you don't get reviews, and it's like, dude, you need to get reviews, right? You need to get reviews. You need to ask people for reviews. You need to pester them for reviews. Don't feel like you're bothering them. That closed mouth doesn't get fed. So it's up to you to make it happen. They're not going to just voluntarily give it themselves. Some do, most won't, and you can't rely on your business success of most people that don't do it. How often do you leave a review, right? Let's flip that script. How often do you go to a restaurant and just automatically leave a review? If they're nice enough to come there and ask you, make it easy for you, have a QR code or some system to get a review, would it make it easier for you to do it, and would you do it? Yes. Bingo was his name-o. Right, number of reviews, and again, number of clients. How many clients did you see that day? How many no-shows did you have? Again, these are just other numbers. There's other things you can keep track of. How many people did you get to check in that day, right? So there's whatever works for you. These are those areas, because you want to pay attention to these numbers. If you're not paying attention to the numbers, you're not in business. It's a hobby for you because you're not taking it as serious as a person should be taking it if you're not keeping track of these very, very important pieces of data, right? So, I've been there, I've done that. I promise you this: when I keep my numbers in front of my face, I always do better, and that's what I want you to do. So again, I made this for August, and what is this? A blank one? Cool. So I also made this blank version of it. These are all down here. So instead of August, when September comes, you don't have to get one from me. You can just put the month September there. What's your monthly goal? How many days? Just divide this number by this number. It's going to get your daily. Put the date in, September, October, whatever. All of this information. And this is all on Excel. So it's easy to do. You can change anything you want. Just to make it a little bit easier, here's a blank one I did where I took these words off in case you wanted to change them. This one is the original one I had. I am not going to go over it. This is what I call the fancy version. So what this does, this will populate some of this stuff. So let's just say I got 5,000, 20, 250. So my goal here is 250. This one will do some of the math for you. You see how it starts filling everything up for you? I don't want to go over this because people can start asking me questions and I don't want to answer your questions. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to sit there and be like, okay, this is how you do this. You know, if people that know how to use Excel can do this, and this will do some of the work for you. So let's just say these were my goals. You know, this will populate everything here. What did I do this day? I just did 200. What did I do this day? I did 150. You know, here I did 500. Here I did 600. Here I did 800. Boom, and it'll do the math for me. It'll say, okay, cool, Wick. Here you did 200. You're 50 behind, so you're behind for the month at 200. The monthly difference, you're at negative 50. You know, it'll do all that stuff for me. So here, my monthly goal is 1250. I'm actually 1,000 bucks ahead. So I left this down here for those of you that know how to use Excel, and it's really simple, right? I just don't want to go explain it other more than what I already just did. And so it'll automatically, let's say you take these 2 days off, you did 250 here, 250 here, 250 here. It'll automatically do all this stuff for you and say, hey, okay, cool, you had a good day here. You did 400, you did 350, you did, 198, boom. It'll do all the math for you. So here, you month to date, you should be at 2,000 to hit your goal. You're at 3198. Awesome. You're up a grand and some change. Cool. So this is pretty much the goal sheet. I hope this will help you. Again, it's up to you on how you use it. If you use it this way, you know, uh, I'm old school. I use it this way. I use a pen and this piece of paper. I print it out and I keep it on a board and I just use it every day and I keep it and I wake up to it and I sleep to it because I want to know where I am every single day. When I don't do it, and it's a very powerful psychological trick. If you're not keeping track of this, chances are you're behind because sometimes when we're behind, it sucks and it doesn't feel good internally. So we avoid the pain by just not doing it, not looking at it. So if you start noticing that you're not using this, if you started using it, then you're not using it, right? And you're behind on your goal, right? Chances are that's why. It's because we don't like the pain of seeing ourselves not doing well, but that pain will set you free. That pain will get you to that next level because you have to realize, okay, hey, I am behind, right? If I'm behind, I want to know I'm behind. I don't want to hide it. This is my business. This is my livelihood. So this is what I use. And so you can get this, I created this for you. It's absolutely free. There's no hidden charges or anything weird or blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to save that. So I'll send you the link along with this video. All you got to do, and here's, I created this thingamabob, and because I'm trying to get more fancier with my stuff, I'll put the link there. What we learned, blah blah blah. Know your numbers. Keep the numbers in front of you. Track your numbers. Get here and success. Boom. Just enter your information. Grab it. Submitting, and it's just gonna say download it now. Ta-da! And so here it is. This is the sheet where you will have this one right here, the Excel that we just went over. That's going to have all of this information with all this stuff on the bottom. You can just download it, just file. You can just do download, blah, 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 blah. And then also here are the PDF versions that you can just get and print out, whatever floats your boat. So hopefully this will help you. I know this is something that I use but more importantly, I want y'all to use this because it works, right? That's like the most important thing that matters to me is this stuff, it just works. It works again if you work it, right? If you work it, but you have to have this right in front of your face. Do it daily, change the goal, change this, but you want to know what your daily numbers should be because like I started, you can't hit a target unless you know what that target is. And it's really exciting. It's kind of like a game saying, okay, hey, where am I at today? Where am I at? It's like, and even if you fall behind, it's like, ah, crap, I was down 50 bucks for the day. Okay, no worries. I'm gonna post some more. I'm gonna make some specials. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get ahead, right? And just keep that mentality, and you can do super well. So hopefully this is a value to you. Please use it. Let me know your thoughts. If there's any ways we need to change it, make it easier for you to use, let me know. I am your humble servant. Congratulations for hitting 16,000 members in this group. And we got so many tools like this that I'm just been working to release. It's just, getting to it and making it happen. But this is something that's super duper important. Use this. Let me know how it works out. Boop. Keep it simple so you can pop that pimple. Peace out.